Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Strike Season Podcast. It's me, Troy. I got Doc Holliday from HBCU Overdrive, Keith Hadley from Fangs Up Podcast, the crew, Lord Jamal, Marlo, and Danny. I want to take a quick moment, real quick, to kind of talk to y'all before we get started. Yesterday was my father's birthday, and I'm a little weird about it because of how he passed and my relationship with my sister. So I'm usually not the same way about my dad's birthday as I am my mom's birthday. But there was an interesting debate that came up about what we look like and professionalism in HBCUs. And it really made me sit back and think about, one, how we see each other, and two, how we want to present ourselves to the world. So we're going to have a discussion about it, but I want everybody to realize a couple things. Them accounts on Twitter that is on the wrong side of this discussion, you do realize those are hacked accounts. And what they do is that they friend you. They got 300 followers. They friend you. Then all of a sudden, they in the middle of debates that ain't got nothing to do with them. Ain't nothing on their timeline say anything about HBCUs, but they interjecting themselves into that conversation. Then the next thing they do is send you a link saying, hey, vote for me. I'm going to be on a podcast. You are now hacked and you lose your account. Keep your third eye open. Pay attention to who's saying what and who ain't saying. Because it's HBCU people that's telling you across the board, you can't go out there looking like that. But we're going to bring the crew up. We're going to have this discussion. And as always, lead with love. Crook, I see you. But we're not going to address you.
I ain't lead with a motherfucking thing. Don't wear the goddamn do-rag. While I have on the do-rag. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, but you at home.
Exactly. You know what? I said it to Keith when we were backstage. So I started in business school at FAMU. And when you get in, because I was in the 5-year program, they send you an email 2 weeks before school and say, hey, these are the clothes you need for form. These is the colors that you need for form. And then they will give you stores because they know you don't have a whole lot of money if you don't already have these clothes, so you can go and get what you need. When you come in your first day, everybody in the business school, in the business program has class in Lee Hall. And in Lee Hall, they then address what the grooming standards are for the entire program for the year to everybody on your first day there. And that is what it is. They're not explaining it no more. You simply gonna get an F, especially if it's in professional development class with Dr. Wilson, Dr. Rozier, any of those guys. When I left business school and I went to the history department, I had Dr. David Hamilton Jackson, one of the greatest, honestly, probably the greatest historian in this country. He was at A&T for a while. I don't even know where he's at now. Very first day of class, he said he will tell you why he's sitting down with his arms folded like this. This is an institution of higher education, and you are going to wear clothes to this class. That is it. I ain't feel no type of way about it because I had on clothes. So it's not rooted in respectability or white supremacy. And what I need people that are not within the HBCU space to understand is we don't do nothing with them people in mind. And that's my spiel on
it. I just feel like if you constantly come out of the house with your pajamas on, you got you look like you getting ready for bed or just getting out of bed, but you coming out in public like this, I'ma assume two things. You ain't brush your teeth and your booty stink. I assume that you have poor hygiene. And if you are coming out the house like that, And ladies, you got on makeup. What are you really doing?
Makeup and SpongeBob SquarePants pajamas.
I know. I just know. Your little cooter bang is banging and tart. And I need you to take care of that. Don't put that disclaimer up,
Not
Troy.
the little cooter bang.
He couldn't find it.
No.
Nah, like I said last night. Like I said last night, man. Not only do you not just represent yourself, you represent that last name that you carry with your family. You represent, and especially if you're a first generation college student, you represent you represent your people. My mama, like I said, I mean the first day when I got to Jackson State, what I had on some Dickie pants. I had on a good nice button down shirt, and I mean of course I had a cap on because that's just my the way that I used to do things. But once I stepped in the classroom,
you took it off when you went in the building.
I sit in the front. Yeah, I take it off when I go in the building. Like if I'm on the yard, if I'm at when I was at the student union stuff, yeah, I keep it on. But when I'm in that classroom, I take that cap off because it's rude. You know what I'm saying? It was rude when you walk into somebody's place and it's just like you walking into somebody's house. They tell you take your shoes. You know they real big on not having shoes in their house. They tell you take your shoes off. Take your shoes off. They tell you take that hat off. Take that hat off. I never took. I took my hat off to eat. I never ate with my hat on. I took the thing out to eat.
To this day, and I wear a hat every day, and it comes off my head when I sit down to eat.
Yeah, because that's just the way that I was. That's just the way that I was raised, and the mere fact that, like I said, my granny used to tell me, if your shirt wrinkled, put some heat on that. Put some heat on that thing. If them pants ain't got no crease in it, get you some damn faultless spray starch. Spray them pants down. Put some iron on there. Crease them pants up. If your hair look unkempt, don't go out the house looking like you just came out the goddamn street. That's how my granny used to tell me. And she also used to tell me a man should have a watch, a man should have a wallet, and he should be able to, and a man should stand tall with his, and be able to carry himself in such a way. That's just the way I was. That's the way I was raised, and that seemed to be raised like that. Like I could go out and because I could go out like we did last week. We was at the media day, had that hat on, but that's just me, and I feel comfortable with that. But any other time, the hat is out.
Well, I think it's just the new generation. They think that just because they think a thing, they could do a thing, and they left the essence of respect a long time ago. So, and it's not just respect for other people. They don't respect themselves, because people tend to not take you seriously if you don't look serious or about your business. So, I mean, people can have negative things to say about a dress code, but if you were the CEO of a company and you require your employees to dress a certain way, what your employees gonna do? Come tell you that they're not gonna do it? Everybody got choices. You ain't got to go to Tuskegee if you want to go out there and wear thought clothes. You ain't got to do it. Go someplace else. Go to BCU. I know that was wrong.
Even Marlo, you know what?
That might have been wrong.
Even they have grooming standards.
And they do.
I about to say they got a way of they do things out there too.
No, they do it. Like I know why he said that, but even they have grooming standards. Mm-hmm. Every institution you go to is going to have grooming standards. Man. maybe.
Hey, find something to do,
I say I've been
Today
at
ain't the
UCF.
day.
Well, I think Troy, you may want to make sure everyone has the background information, because I think we kind of already kind of jumped in, but didn't realize everybody may not know what's going on and what's happened at Tuskegee and the school affiliated.
Right. So to back up a little bit, because again, this whole debate has been raging on ridiculously, right? So, one, Tuskegee instituted a dress code policy for attending class, which
they shouldn't have even had to do, but here we are.
Right. At an institution of higher learning, it's assumed, right? And I am of the mindset that if your parents, as a man, if your parents didn't buy you a pair of Stacey Adams with your flow shiners, with your church clothes, somebody led you astray. But it's okay. You're in college now. You can get right.
I don't
And
even
like
know why
Jamal
we
said,
talk about this.
Troy, you keep talking about them Stacey Adams. I be thinking that your daddy was a pimp.
because the first thing these idiots jump up and holler about is, oh, I can't afford to wear this. Stacey Adams have a sale every day, all day.
There's a reason for that, though, Troy. They're the most uncomfortable dress shoes ever.
You only gonna be in class for 2 hours. You can look good
on
for 2
planet
hours.
Earth.
Yeah, but you running them shoes one time, I promise your feet gonna swell up like you're 75 years old.
I don't know what you speak of. Anyway,
You can be like, oh Lord, my bunions.
We had a dress code in high school where we couldn't even wear shorts.
You know what? My old high school, these kids have gotten so bad that the new principal put out a statement that pretty much said uniforms, clear backpacks, and not nail hoodie. I'm like, they can't wear hoodies no more.
I know you can get away with not nail hoodie because they keep schools freezing up in there. It'd be 40.
Not now. They can wear a zip up. They can wear a jacket. They cannot wear hoodies.
And
but here's my thing, right? Like, we're complaining about a dress code where there are standards no matter where you go. No one is telling you to come to school in a suit and tie every day. We're simply saying, look like you got some sense. My parents always taught me, you dress for the job you want, not the one you have.
Yep.
And if you don't understand that you're being trained and you're being taught how to be in position for the job that you want, not the fact that you just go into class, you have no idea who's going to walk on that campus. You have no idea who's going to come from this Fortune 500 or this company up the street and say, I got a job. I'm giving out internships. I'm giving you opportunities. And why would I hire you when you in class in your pajamas?
Yeah.
You don't look like anything that I want to hire. And they talking about don't judge a book by the cover. No, baby, I'm finna judge you, right? Because how you show up in one way is how you gonna show up in every other way. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you lazy in presenting yourself in a good way, then that means that you're gonna be lazy when you show up for this job. And research shows, don't tell me that there's no correlation between how you dress and how professional you are, because research actually shows the exact opposite. It shows that when you look better, you act better, you perform better. Why you think women go get our hair and our nails done? When we look better, we act better, we feel better, right?
But
you might not get cussed out today. Maybe tomorrow, but today you ain't gonna get cussed out.
But then when we was over at Paul Quinn, right, inside of the inside of the gym. Remember when you walk outside of the gym, right? And there's this big old mural on the wall of all the people that went to Paul Quinn or when it was still Bishop College at the time, and
Maybe
they was
had
dressed
church
up.
clothes.
They church clothes. They was dressed up, and that's the way that they went to school. And you look at it, like I said, with Dr. Terrell, when he became the president, he implemented that whole dress code policy. Like you have to be, you have to be business attire, right? And during when you go to class. After class, after you finish all your studies and stuff, you could go, put your clothes back on. But we just talking about like just going to class. Going to class, looking presentable, and like you said, dress like you want the job. Just dress like you want the job. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what is wrong with that? Because I know, we all in school. I know them damn Kappas and them Alphas used to go around cleaning in a whistle with them damn suits and when they dress up and everything. Don't. I know, Keith, you was the same way you was in school when you became a Kappa. Like, shoot, I'm fly than a motherfucker. And you probably had that cane in your back pocket, but hey, but what was wrong with that? I know kids that go to school, when they go to the class, if they business, if they business majors, they had that one time or 2 times throughout the week that you had to dress up.
No, but even when you was outside of those 2 times of the week, you still had rooming standards. You still could not go to your accounting class with a do-rag on. And I was in college in 2009.
Yeah.
Maybe I was in college in 2000. We weren't even allowed to braid outside. Like you couldn't braid hair. You couldn't do hair outside.
Do it on
I
the
got
inside.
up one time for braiding someone's hair on the steps of one of the buildings.
I mean, they clearly not gonna get no sympathy from this crew. Just don't want to do it. Why? You gonna spend wear your do-rag to get your ways right. And now that your ways are right, you gonna leave them under the do-rag? That's counterproductive. Take the do-rag off.
Sweat them out.
Take the do-rag off. Show them ways. Show them ways.
Yeah.
Man, I can't.
I'm grad chapter 2 though, so for everybody,
when
I'm grad
I get
chapter.
my haircut, I don't wear this do-rag for a week.
And no, man, look. As soon as I get that haircut, the first thing I do is I come home and I wash it. And then I let that thing breathe.
Believe it.
Ain't no do-rag for 2-3 days.
Ain't no do-rag. You finna see all of this hard work. What are we talking about?
It's just like when I used to have braids back in the mid 2000s, man. Like I used to take my hair down, wash my hair, let it breathe for a day or two, call my friend, hey, can you do my hair? Because I don't like going out with my hair looking all any kind of way. That's just me. I might need to call Danny. Danny, can you come braid my hair?
Hey, Mr. Don't Play. Mr. Don't Play. That it probably falls right in line with this generation of parents. Like this generation of parents are some punk pussy ass parents right now. I said it.
I mean, and some of them OG professors, some of them either have retired or they're in admin roles, so they don't directly deal with students like that to be like, hey, what you doing?
Even my little sister, man, she got her 2 kids, my 2 nieces in college, and they dare show not walk out of the room or their apartment with a bonnet on, going to class and stuff, because she would raise hell. My little sister don't even do nothing like that. She works for the county. She do not come out. Hair better be good, looking good, and if it don't look good, you better take at least 10, 15 minutes to get their hair done and come out looking presentable.
That's one of my things. And so here's another thing that kind of popped up on the timeline and it need to be addressed. The pseudo experts, because someone jumped into the thread of all of this and said, hey, you know what? There is a study that says that professionalism in the workplace is a part of white supremacy. First off, there is a difference between forcing people to assimilate and white supremacy. and people just looking professional. There is a difference. And by you half quoting the cover page of some study, that's part of the problem. I don't know who giving me the feedback. It's not me. I got my headphones on. Somebody got feedback. But at the end of the day, we want to look good. And even if you are going through something, if you are depressed, if you had a bad day, if your boyfriend left you, it is okay not to be okay. But life does not stop because you're not okay. Get up and fight. Iron them clothes. Spray that starch.
I think
Shine up them Stacey Adams. Head your ass to class with your head held high and get that work done.
I want them to go to their doctor's office on Monday and he come in with a do-rag on. I want them to keep the same fucking energy. That's what I want. Go to your attorney's office and your attorney got on a Minnie Mouse bonnet. I want you to keep that same energy then and see how fast you fly out of there. That's what I want.
I'll put it like this. Our favorite president, number 44. Even though he was on the job, this man go out there, he'll shoot hoops in some damn Giorgio Armani's and some slacks with his sleeves rolled up and just go out there and shoot baskets. It still look good.
He was
What's wrong with that?
WNBA All-Star practice at his library because they practiced there with loafers, a button-up, and starched jeans on. And this is his facility.
Mm-hmm.
I seen them loafers. They got
right, them loafers was nice.
You said he got some of them.
Boy, them loafers was nice too. I said, I don't know if them is Gucci or if them is Saint Laurent, but I need me a pair of them.
I think Michelle got him right. That's what happened right there. You ain't going out there looking like no damn fool, and you married to me. Shoot.
No, if you look at his old pictures, he was dressing like that in college, and so was she.
Yeah, he always put that shit on.
Yeah, he always dressed like that. I think that we're mistaking the mentality that someone wanting us to look good is disrespectful. Someone wanting us to present ourselves in a good light, no matter where we are and what we're doing, is somehow like racist towards us, right? Like, there's a time and place for everything. The time and place to walk around looking like you stink is not in public. That's at home. Okay, you want to stay in your pajamas all day? That's called the weekend. Okay, that's the weekend. Stay at home in your pajamas, stewing in your own juices. But when you come outside, baby, it's time to wash. Okay, change your clothes. Do what you have to do to smell good, look good, feel good, be good.
And she ain't talking about the singer either, The Weeknd.
Nah, she not. No, I mean, but that's how I feel about it. I think when you feel, I have had bad days. I talk candidly about my mental health. You do feel better. I would get dressed. I'm talking about get clean too, just to go get a haircut. I would feel better afterwards, though.
Do you understand when you have a?
I'm sorry, but
when you have an argument with your woman, and you go get a haircut and go put that shit on, and you know you ain't coming home for like a good 3 hours, tell me you don't feel better.
She's gonna be waiting behind the door with a skinny.
I'm sorry. When I used to have a low haircut and everything before I grew all my hair out, shoot, I'd be like, I ain't coming home. I'm for the streets. I'm for the streets. Cause I just know. I just used to know. But man,
hold on, Doc. Just in case she watching, when I get my hair cut, I am not for the streets. I am street adjacent. I see it go by, but I ain't playing it. I stay on my side of the street and I go home.
Hey, Troy, let's get a break in real quick.
All right.
Quick 30-second break.
A new tradition begins. The Birmingham Football Classic at Legion Field. The Southern Jaguars versus the Alabama State Hornets, Saturday, August 29th. Two elite programs bringing the hits, the bands, and the culture. Watch two former NFL players turn head coaches go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Tickets start at $27. Visit ImpactTickets.com for more information. Don't wait. Get yours now.
Man, welcome back. Listen, if you have not gotten your season tickets, if you have not gotten your classic tickets, what are you waiting on? Get your tickets. We need you. We definitely need you.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to send me that commercial.
We're gonna switch lanes a little bit because there was another bit of HBCU controversy, which we kind of discussed a little bit on Doc's show, but I still feel a little certain way. But for everybody who don't know, Howard had a deadline for people to either make their payments as part of their payment plan, deposits, or they would lose their spot. Now, my contention is that, hey,
Troy done disappeared.
Oh Lord, what happened?
It's you good.
Okay. It's my contention that if you know your child is going to a school in March.
But now what he's saying, man, like, look, Howard, 500 students at Howard got enrolled.
Doc.
So,
yeah.
Again, I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening.
So, anyway, back to my point. If your child gets accepted to a school, it is not just my child got accepted. You are now in a race to make sure you take care of everything you're supposed to take care of before somebody else gets that spot. Because that spot ain't guaranteed until the financials are taken care of or you made your deposit. Now, like Keith said, you could get conflicting messaging, but the part about being a parent or the part about raising a newly responsible child is check. Until you get your keys, you checking every day. So I'm gonna bring everybody else back up. Why? Bring everybody back. There we go.
This happens at every university in the country. Why Howard had to fall on the sword? The only reason why this is a thing is because the communication about this thing happening was terrible. It was ill-informed on the parents' part. Some parents got in their feelings about how it was being done because they may have never had to enroll a kid in school. But this happens at every year. It just ain't Howard, and they're fielding the brunt of this. But it happens at every university where they unenroll kids.
But think about this: your enrollment is a contract. Part of your contract says that you have to pay to be in this space. You don't pay to be in this space. You have breached the contract, which means the person who wrote the contract can cancel it. And until we understand that, we're going to keep fussing and fighting. Why is it that we expect to go to an HBCU and not pay? Oh, well, I told them I was getting my money together. Okay, baby, when you get your money together, come on back and enroll. We got to stop fussing and cussing over something that doesn't even make good sense. You got emails, you got messages, you get your enrollment packages through the mail, through email, through whatever. You cannot tell me that you didn't know that you owed money. They
So
have
you accept this letter.
system, all of that stuff.
All of that. So when I went to undergrad with fam, I was part of that huge class. Can you remember that class in 2009 when they absolutely rented out? I was in that class where it was not enough housing. When I got my acceptance packet, my mama said, "When you gotta turn that money in?" And I said, "They said you gotta turn it in by the end of May." She said, "I'll take lunch tomorrow and go take it up there," because she knew that we wanted me to stay on campus. She also knew that it was FAMU and they was gonna move slow as shit, and she also knew that it was a chance some weird shit was gonna happen. And guess what happened that year? They more kids got accepted than they had housing, because they were hoping that I think it was Young was gonna be ready by that semester, and it was not. So that was like $300 or something like that they just didn't have access to. And I ended up not getting housed on campus housing. I ended up in the apartments down the way. But you have to read that stuff. I read when they sent me that packet. I think I read that packet and then reread that packet and then read the packet again and then gave it to my parents so they could read the packet and we could all understand what is going on. This was like predating, like you had email, but you wasn't really like using your email like that. Everything was still snail mail. I would have been looking at Howard crazy if 1,000 kids would not have gotten this memo. But when more than 50% do exactly what they are supposed to do, and then you had this small percentage that didn't, that's not a Howard problem. That's a youth problem. And it goes back to what we were just talking about with grooming standards. If you're not reading your email and you're trying to go to college and everything is sent through email, are you gonna read your email when you go to college? Does your mama read her email at work? Like, come on, we gotta have some personal accountability. I hate that. I absolutely hate that it was Howard, but I also remember that year we ran out of housing, and I think we made the NY Post that year too. It was crazy. I know a front page of TDO.
But man, you know what though? Like, I know, like with most of us in here, most of us on here, like you said, we had snail mail. All of our communications was with paper. You know what I'm saying? You get a letter from the school, they tell you everything what you're supposed to do, and you're supposed to follow it to a T. They, you know what I'm saying? They give you a deadline. That deadline is printed on that letter.
And deadlines are deadlines. Deadlines are deadlines.
By this date, and you don't have it by this date, hey, it's on you. I cannot, and like I said, granted, when I was in school, when I was going to school, my mama didn't too much know anything about financial aid. Like my aunt, who graduated from Prairie View, she told my mama, like, hey, this is what's supposed to happen. But when my mama, she got mad, she cussed everybody out, and my financial aid advisor pulled it to the side. She told her, this is what you need to do, Miss Smith. That way, when give my government name, when David comes back to campus, comes back for the fall semester, that he is going to be A-OK, and I'm going to walk you through this, walk you through this whole process. So by the time, for the next year or in the spring, when I got back got back on campus after a holiday or something like that, everything was streamlined easy. We just got everything done beforehand where we don't have no issues and stuff like that. And then if it was something that we needed that needed to be paid, we just pay it right then and there, get it out the way. That way she won't get upset, I won't be worried, and the school have their money. Point blank. But like you said, it's all about accountability.
Hey, I want to
Hey,
apologize
hey,
to y'all.
little baby got a point. Them boomers said you got to go up there and look somebody in the eyes and see what's going on and see who you talking to.
Yeah, you gotta look like my mama. No, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me in layman's terms.
Hey, no, my daddy was the king of. Hey, who said that? Write their name down, so you know who said that.
Hey, I want to apologize if y'all hear a lawnmower in the background. My neighbor has fixed his riding mower, and he is running down the street. Okay, cool. All right.
I think the problem is that there is a transition that these young-minded parents and students don't get when you go from high school to college. There is a level of independence that you gain when you go from high school to college. There is a level of responsibility that you are thrust into when you go from high school to college. At high school, you would have to damn near fail yourself to to get by in high school. In college, they've already gotten your money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you whether you want to be successful or not. And that they put the onus on you from the jump street, because once you get your new student packet, everything is in it. Everything is in. I done had 4 kids graduate college, and not one of them missed the new student packet. Once you get that acceptance letter, they tell you what's coming. And then you go to orientation and they tell you what you need to do. Like it's not something that is a surprise that this needs to happen. No, you've known. You just didn't take the responsibility. And even if you are on scholarship and your money is coming, your award letter guarantees your spot. So I don't understand. If people make this seem like Howard just kicking kids out of school, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And
Yeah,
it should never be a national story.
We used to walk around. I mean, we used to walk out. My mama and my uncle, my auntie walked around on campus. My uncle took care of. He used to take care of the housing. My auntie took care of the classes, and my mama took care of the financial aid. And they used to walk around with the manila folders where you get the folders where you get the one where if you got a DNA test from out of thing, they tell you how it is. But they're just saying that all 3 of them had some sort of file on me for housing, class, financial aid. And
Honestly, the best thing we did, and I think it started with Dr. Mangum, was they instituted the one-stop shop, and it started the week before campus, and it runs pretty much until after drop aid. Everybody that you need is in the Lawson. Financial aid is in the Lawson, housing in the Lawson, registration in the office, the registrars in the office, your advisors are in the Lawson. You take your papers. You go to the Lawson and you pick a number, and you just go around to all of the tables and you get your stuff handled, and you go on about your day. It eliminated running here and having a long line, running over there and having a long line. You just go to the Lawson. They got Wi-Fi in the Lawson. They got computer set up, so if you ain't got your laptop, you can knock all of your shit out.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Everybody can't go to their dream school. 1. 2. You prepare your children for this moment the day they hit this earth. College ain't cheap. So if you think you're going to be able to pay for your kids' college off a 1-year salary, unless you in that 1%, I don't know. You got to prepare for it at birth. And then you got to have realistic conversations with your kid. You got to tell your kid, hey, I know you want to go to Howard. I know you want to go to Meharry. But here's the real. I had a kid that wanted to go to Stetson. Cool. Your mama got 10,000. I got 10,000. We got you covered. His mama didn't have 10,000. Nate didn't go to Stetson.
The other part, though, is to Marlo's point, though, too, Troy. A lot of times we don't realize it, and honestly, I didn't realize it until I started working at financial aid. That once they get into college, they're adults. Like for you to even know what grades they got, they have to sign a form. Like I remember parents calling in and being like, "What's his grades?" and be like, "I can't tell you. I pay the bills." I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but according to the federal government, and I need this little job, I can't tell you nothing. You need to sign this form, this form, this form, and then your child will give you access to those grades. Now, if you want to do what my parents did, that's on you. But I can't tell you anything." And honestly, that's some of the other part. Like we really forget. It's not where you just set it up and forget it. Even when I worked at Florida State, we would do preview. We did fall preview. We did spring preview. We did summer preview. And what did we do during preview? The same thing Jamal said that they did at FAMU. We all did the same thing. Everybody from all the departments sat in that room, and we stayed there for 3 or 4 hours. And you went from table to table to table to table. And we told you everything you needed, who you needed to go see, and where you needed to go. And at the end of those 3-4 hours, you had been around campus. You had been shuffled through. They had shown you FSU. You spent too much money at Chili's. You got some mediocre food. You went to the bowling alley, and you had some fun. But at the end of the time,
your daddy got a new hat.
And it probably got you at the store for some expensive polos. But either way, by the time you finish, you got all your stuff done. So, and it's not something that only happens at HBCUs. I remember my first classes at community college, my whole schedule got dropped because I was like, "Oh, I got to pay y'all? Oops." And later on, they were like, "Oh, yeah, we did drop your classes." And they told me what I needed to do. So some of that is, like you said, we do have to prepare them, but we also have to prepare our parents. Like a lot of times we forget a lot of these college kids are first time in college, and every college ain't the same. Like I looked at Howard's thing and it said the bursar's office. If I didn't know, how do I know what the bursar's office is when I'm usually going to the accounts payable or the cashiers? So, that's just some of the differences and nuances.
To the basement of Foot Hill.
Right. Because I remember my first time I went to the financial aid office and I was like, "So I need to pay y'all." And they were like, "Oh, you need to go to the bottom." I'm like,
"Go downstairs.
I'll never see you again." And I never saw them people again. Like I went downstairs, paid my money, and went on about my business. So I think some of that is also we as a people and as university systems have to train our parents and each other how to work this thing out.
Yeah. But that, like, you gotta ask questions. Like, terminology is different on different campuses, so understanding that. But if I don't, like, I was in a meeting today and they were using this term SLO, and I was just like, I don't know what that means. So other people may have been embarrassed, but I said, I stopped the whole meeting. Excuse me, can y'all tell me what SLO is here? Student learning outcomes.
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people not strong enough to be like, "I don't know that. I'm gonna just ask." Some people just let it ride.
That's my whole point.
They don't know what the hell you talking about. Just sitting back there smiling.
And I don't mean ignorance as in you acting up. I mean ignorance as in you're ignorant to the facts. Like you don't know what to do. And instead of asking, you like, "Well, they ain't tell me." Well, did you
Kirk Cousins is starting over Mendoza?
Oh, for real?
I'm gonna tell y'all.
We gonna stay on task. Y'all not gonna.
I'm gonna tell y'all the biggest problem with all of this. When they have orientation, you may have students that come in with their parents. The parents that get it and don't have these problems are at orientation with their students.
Yep.
The parents that just send their kid to orientation and tell them, all right, y'all tell me what I need to know when y'all come back. Them the ones that have these issues and be the biggest drum beaters on these damn platforms talking about, oh, well, they blindsided us. No, these schools do a excellent job at orientation. They even have summer bridge where you can come during the summer and even stay on campus for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I know they do at FAM.
They do it Florida State, most schools.
I think most Florida schools had it.
So this is a problem that I don't know of. Now, if your child got dropped from attendance, it ain't like it's, oh, boom, they lit a dynamite, you can't ever come back to this school. No, you have to do your due diligence to get back enrolled in school. Period. And it happened way before school started. So if you didn't pay your money and get back in school.
But with Howard, the caveat with Howard is they have a wait list because they wait list people. So if you didn't pay and that person that they called and said, I'm finna pay you in 10 minutes, your spot gone.
I don't know. I know FAMU's different. Howard,
yeah, we're a little bit different, but yeah, Howard will wait list kids in a heartbeat because so many people want to go there.
But the thing of it is, so does FAM. FAMU is the second hardest university to get in Florida.
Yeah, I think what's hard, the boot skin?
But they get
behind the University of Florida.
University of Florida is the hardest school? No. Who is it?
UM.
But they private though. They private.
Yes. FAMU is the hardest public school to get into in the state of Florida.
Oh shit. Okay.
And our wait list is gangster. Like they got rid of dorms. So unless you send your student to school with the intent on them having their own housing, it's like the dorm registration is crazy.
Man, listen, as soon as you get that acceptance, you better log in and pay that whole fee or you ain't getting it. Like, I'm talking about immediately you gotta pay it or you ain't getting it.
Yeah.
There are grad students that didn't get housing this year.
That's normal.
Man,
I hope everybody.
No, but it wasn't that bad at one point in time because they could get housing, but I think it's because they don't have
Pocahontas.
They don't have Pocahontas anymore. So now you don't. They're gonna have to build some more shit, or they're gonna have to renovate phase or something.
Moment of silence for Pocahontas. I hope,
they were selling drugs over there.
This information is helpful to everybody. Like, pay attention. We're gonna take a quick break.
Parents,
come back.
Be involved.
Hey, pretty much. Pay attention, parents. Because kids are dumb.
When we come back, we're gonna get into some who is really the Ivy League of HBCU sports. We'll be right back.
This is your invitation to the moment. The Divine Nine, the bands, the parties, the performances, the OBC HBCU weekend experience. It just hits different. Labor Day weekend, Miami Gardens. Get your tickets now at orangeblossomclassic.com.
How you doing? It's Coach Quinn Gray giving you a call for FAMU football. I'm calling you about your season tickets, man. We need you to be all in and restore the strike.
Okay, I still got mine.
You know what all in, that in and all in means now. So just make sure you take care of them season tickets now. Do yours again. How many can we put you down for? 5, 6? You got your season tickets renewed yet? I'm giving you a call for your season tickets to renew if you haven't already. 576.
Hang up or press pound for more.
That's tough. This is my free labor for the week. Awesome. So you're on schedule to make sure that you're in the place in Bragg Stadium this season then.
Not now, but right now. Man, Coach got a sense of humor. I don't care what nobody says. Coach got a sense of humor. Hey, so
he a rattler. Like, he ain't one of number 10 rattlers. He bled and sweat on the yard. He him.
And he from South Florida.
Right, and he from South Florida.
He from funny South Florida too. And when I say funny, like I don't mean like funny weird. I mean like them folks are really like pop you in your chest.
They are fucking hilarious
and be dying laughing. Like the best dancing with gold teeth and slugs and be over there speaking the Queen's English 2 seconds later. Like when I tell you, like yes, Dillard High School.
I don't think.
Listen, y'all good. The good commissioner of the MEAC got on a platform and said that the MEAC is the Ivy League of HBCU sports. Now,
not with 6 schools in the league.
I'm biased.
They got eight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They got 8, but I'm biased. I'm trying to see. Maybe she was just talking about basketball because she couldn't be saying that at football media day at the beginning of football season.
Can I say something? So y'all know the MEAC always triggers me. Like y'all know that, right?
Yes.
Well, this is a known fact. But you can't be the Ivy League of sports when the HBCU Ivy League school is no longer in your conference. Okay, I'm done.
Neither one of them. I mean, they don't. When you say Ivy League, you typically think of.
They got one.
They got one.
They got Howard.
Hold on. What has Howard won?
Howard, it's not about what, but she wasn't talking about sports.
Okay. Talking about academics.
Trying to make it academics. Howard is all one status. Like Howard,
she's talking about academics. So
Howard is research one. Yeah,
Howard is research one, and Morgan is damn near there.
Isn't one of the North Carolina? Is it no?
A&T is gone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's Morgan and Howard.
Okay,
but the next school that is probably going to get R1 status is definitely going to be Morgan.
Yeah, because I know before it would have been Howard, Hampton, A&T, and
FAMU. From the top rope.
FAMU, is that right?
Those would have been your academic heavyweights in the MEAC, in the old MEAC. In the current MEAC, you have one academic heavyweight in a piece, and you got other schools that are trying to like come up and kind of do their thing a little bit, but the other ones haven't got there yet.
They're not there. So like when you're looking at academics, like straight up academics in the MEAC right now, you're gonna look at Howard and Morgan. That's it. And really, you're only looking at Morgan for certain programs.
So
yeah.
If that's what she wants to hang her head on, fine. You have to keep Howard happy because they are the heavyweight of the conference. I don't care what nobody say. Howard is the heavyweight of the conference.
In academics and in basketball, maybe. Everything else, they're mid.
If Howard leaves, the conference crumbles.
If anybody leaves the
conference crumbles. And not Howard. Even just Howard. If anybody leaves, that is it for the MEAC.
MEAC is a side piece away from being broken up.
Maybe not if Morgan State league. They'll be all right.
Oh shit! God damn! I
really don't know what Morgan State did to Marlo, but
they messed him up on the track.
That track.
It's up every time. But again, I'm with Zach though. Even though we're not specifically talking sports, I'm with Zach because every time I see Howard play an Ivy League school, they get mud stomped, and I don't understand how you get mud stomped from kids that don't have scholarships.
Well, every time Howard plays a team with a competent coach, they get curb stomped.
Well, that incompetent coach is gone, so they ain't got too much to worry about now.
And he wasn't incompetent. He just didn't have the dogs. Like, he came down to Florida and tried to recruit a lot, and them kids would be like, okay, I'll go there, but then what?
But I don't think it's more not the having the dogs. It was him, like with certain football situations that he failed, especially in this last year, where he failed at as far as situational football.
That too, but he can't do like some of our schools and let it slide. You know, he can't. Howard, they are living at a different standard. Like, she's not wrong with saying they are. The conference may be aspirational as far as being the Ivy League, but there's only one school that is acting like an Ivy League. The rest of them just there for the party.
Man, I say this, and I'm trying to navigate this nicely.
Have anybody ever heard of a good party at Morgan State? I'm just asking for a friend. I don't think I ever heard that. Ain't nobody say they turn up. Not no MEAC, not no SWAC. They don't even have a signature event.
The only time they turn up in Baltimore is when they had the CIAA basketball tournament. That's the only time I hear about it. That's it. Other than that, I don't hear too much about Morgan State.
And that ain't Morgan.
You ain't got but two good party schools in the MEAC nowadays. And that's how was it Howard and
now that
Navy,
we
North
go,
Carolina Central.
That's it.
How you have a party and they're confined? Like, my daughter went to Howard homecoming. I didn't go, so I couldn't tell you. But the pictures that I see, all the pictures from homecoming I see ain't at the game.
Well, but remember we said that a couple weeks ago when you have urban campuses like Howard and Howard, Morehouse, Morgan, their homecomings look very different than from those of us that are outside in the sticks with space. They homecoming look way different. And what we say is fun because we're gonna be on campus outside tailgating. They gonna be on U Street at a bar because that's all they have space for. And then Howard don't have Yard Fest no more. That was what they had on in terms of homecoming. Howard Yard Fest. They don't even have Yard Fest no more.
But they the Mecca. How you don't? You know what? That ain't my business.
They are the Mecca because they named themselves the Mecca.
Because
and
of what
they were around when Hatchet was a hammer. So, just saying.
Marlo. I'm done.
Oh my goodness.
What have you done for me lately?
Never getting invited to MEAC.
What have you done for me lately?
They got 6 schools. They can be done with their media day in 2 hours. We'll be all right.
Goodbye.
All right. So
that's what actually happened though. They were done with their media day in less than 2 hours. But if you
they got 6 schools.
You get 30 minutes. You get 30 minutes. You get 30 minutes. You get 30 minutes.
If one of those schools leave, you know what they're gonna be like? They're gonna be like the Gulf South Conference.
Yeah, media day gonna be a Zoom call. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey, we here.
There could have been a Zoom call this year.
They probably could have saved.
They saved some money renting a 6x9 room at the Ravens Stadium, thinking they doing something.
Did they even have lunch? We had lunch at SWAC Media Day. Did they have?
You
lunch?
don't need lunch when you got 6 people that's only gonna talk for 30 minutes a piece, if that.
You ate at the hotel. What you hungry for? I'm like, you say the same thing. You tell your children, we got food at home.
Hey, man, listen. Go get you some chips out that vending machine and go on about your business.
Shout out to Andrew.
Man, I just gotta say that chicken was dry. Me and Jen was on it. That chicken was dry.
Why?
But
But that chocolate cake and that cheesecake was on point.
Ixnay on the chocolate cake's name. Let's find something else to
No,
talk
you
about.
can't eat
Let's
it.
find something else to talk about.
No, he ate it and went back. Don't be looking like that because I'm snitching.
I think the other part though about MEAC versus SWAC Media Day is the number of content creators. I mean, you think about the number of content creators that apply for credentials for SWAC Media Day versus how many people. Let me think. How many name 5 content creators who cover the SWAC, who cover the MEAC outside of HBCU United?
First of all, we more fun to be around in the SWAC. We gonna start there.
The only other person I know that cover the MEAC is Kobe. Blitz City Podcast. He's the only other person I know that covers MEAC, and he personally covers South Carolina State because he's from there.
Oh, he's from there.
So I think that has a part to play in it too. I think I won't necessarily say the SWAC has done a better job. I'll say the people who want to create the content have said, you know what, F it, we'll go for it. And the SWAC audience has been like, nah, this is actually cool. Like, let's run with it. And the SWAC has embraced us.
Loving arms. But
because having individual content creators that have shows like this that's doing numbers, that they can point to that and say, see, look, we have a fan base. See, look at all of these people that talk about us every single week.
Keep it being political. Because I ain't saying we got better content creators. I'm just saying that content we create is better than that shit they're doing over there.
And there you have it.
Well, and one of the things that I did take away from MEAC Media Day, Dia from HBCU Unite, her interviews with those coaches, we got to see the coaches' personalities. And you
probably could have got their damn home address and went and had dinner because there ain't number 6 of them. What are they gonna do? They better have some personality.
So I was just thinking, right? We know the SWAC coaches got personality. And since
a whole lot of it too, all of them.
But who are the best coaches in HBCU football? Who are they? I got my own personal favorites.
We got a list.
we got a graphic, bro.
We got it. Listen, I told you we was upgrading the show. We is up. Listen, I keep telling y'all, I wasn't gonna just sit there and watch BSC. Well, God dang it, I can't even say their name right. I wasn't gonna be up there on them people platform and realize that we need to step out. We were gonna step our game up. But no, we got a list. Right? So, number 1, Chinnisberry, because we got to be the prisoner of the moment, right? He won the national championship.
That's Pastor Barry right there.
We got to give, and not only that, but if you look at his regular season run, he's been on a regular season run through 2 conferences. So we got to give him credit.
I mean, the dogs in that top 5.
TC been right there every year, either going to the championship or contending for a championship. So they've been right there. Tremaine Jackson, he's number 3 because he got to a Celebration Bowl in his first year. I'll give him again, prisoner of the moment. But this year, can he do it again? Trey Oliver, until Chinnis came into the conference, Trey Oliver was that guy.
I still think Trey Oliver, he's still that guy. And that's one person that do not care for anybody in anybody else's school.
He don't, but at some point that seat over there gonna start getting hot for Trey if it ain't already heating up a little bit.
Yeah, you can't have a guy show up to your house, stomp on your white sofa twice, and then you don't do nothing about it. You gotta fight back at some point. Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. Does he get it done this year? Again, he been almost to the championship game. But at some point, almost ain't gonna be good enough. You got too much firepower. You got too many horses.
Leave Marvin Levy alone.
I really do like that dude.
Oh yeah, we all love, man. We love E-Rod.
Yeah,
I like E-Rod.
E-Rod cool though.
Yeah.
He is.
He cool.
He really is.
He got
And
he got that NO swagger though in him though.
And he about them kids.
Yeah.
That's what I rock with that.
Yeah.
Number 6, Deshaun
And
Jackson.
he gave us He Ain't Sweat. We killed that shit on Twitter for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Sweat, baby.
Then you got Deshaun Jackson. And this year, he didn't wear a suit this year. It's okay. We forgive you. Look better next year.
He did wear a suit.
He did wear a suit. It was a little, it wasn't the same. It didn't have that same, it just didn't.
He had that cream color. He had that cream color suit on him.
Last year, he put that shit on. This year, it wasn't the same. You can't, if you're going to be Gucci suit, you got to be Gucci suit. But Deshaun Jackson.
We saw how that worked at Southern.
May all us believers by taking little old bitty Delaware State and making a run at the MEAC title and almost got it. Got it. Number 7, Coach Quinn, D2 HBCU national champion. Got a big job ahead of him this year, restoring the strike.
I just want to go back to Deshaun Jackson. He ain't win shit. How he, like Quinn at least got a title. How the fuck is he in front of Quinn?
Well, if they didn't fumble the ball 3 times in that game and they could have ran the ball a little bit more effective against South Carolina State, it would have been a whole different story.
Hold on. Now, I've had enough of it. Crook, your coach ain't even on the list. He wasn't even wearing your pick of blues. Relax.
Nor does his coach have any head coaching experience.
Then we got,
I hadn't said shit all day, Crook, man. Don't piss me off.
I'm just. They got 6 schools. We got 16.
They got 6 schools. They got 6 schools.
Oh God.
6 of them.
They got 6 schools and can't play baseball.
And
right there.
And you can game plan for 6 schools. You for 5 schools. You beat them. You go to the Celebration Bowl. That's the only schools you got to worry about is 5 of them because they really don't care about it.
We play these PWIs from other conferences don't mean shit. It's them 5 schools that you got to worry about to get your ass to the Celebration Bowl.
Keith, we're gonna go back to the list because I really got to go to 8 because 8.
Okay, go ahead.
8.
Sorry.
How is 8? Listen.
Don't kill the messenger.
Chris Dishman loved him playing pro football. However, I would have preferred Sam Shea being up there over Chris Dishman and Raymond Woody.
Especially Woody. Little Bill don't know what the hell he doing.
Mickey Joseph is up there because he keep picking a home with Jackson. That's why he up there, and they play Jackson at home. So until Jackson decide we're gonna stop letting them pick a hole, Mickey Joseph gonna be on the list.
Nah, Mickey Joseph, it's not even about them beating us. It's the fact that this man, though, he gives you bulletin board material, and he does not care. You got
they almost lost to Kentucky State, but somehow they beat Jackson.
But that first year, what you gotta realize with Mickey Joseph, that first year he came into the conference as coach at Grambling. When he told them about them referees, he said that was bullshit. And he's like, I don't worry about it. I got enough money to pay the fine. They fine me. That's the reason why this man is on the list, because he does not care. All he cares about
that ain't got nothing to do with coaching. Listen, when he said disrespect will be met with disrespect, yes, I absolutely love that. But outside of him beating Jackson, he got a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Now, who we would put up there as opposed to him, I don't know, because I feel like Alcorn State coach would be a little bit better.
Cedric Thomas, dog.
Yeah, I think he would be a little bit better. But you can't deny that somehow this dude is beating Jackson.
I think that's the only thing. I think that's the only reason he's really up there, though. Like, I'm just looking back at the schedule. The only team that you really would be like, okay, was Jackson. Everybody else, you like, they lost to Southern
twice in the Bayou Classic. I think it's going to change this year
with interim coaches.
They lost to Alcorn. They lost. That was in fact, I think that Alcorn game was it the closest game that they lost last season? I think it was the closest game they lost last season.
I mean, outside past the Southern, because the Southern was a 1-point loss. Like, yeah, Southern was a 1-point loss. Grambling lost homecoming.
Oh yeah, they did lose to Texas Southern.
And they lost the State Fair Classic. So every game that mattered, you lost.
We got to ask the same question I asked about Texas Southern alums. Do Grambling State
y'all ready to drive that 45-minute drive to North Houston? To Aldine?
45 miles.
And then number 10.
Well, it's 45 miles, but it seems like it's 45 miles if you in Houston.
That's wild.
Number 10, I think number 10 is up there to see if we can get triggered. Because I definitely would put Coach Thomas. I would even put
Coach Hampton on there.
Coach Thomas, Coach Hampton. I would even put T-Buck on here as well.
No.
As opposed to, listen.
I'm going to say it for Marlo. The hell you say?
Yeah, the hell you say?
Hold on. Hear me out. If we got Mickey Joseph on the list because he picking a hole, I gotta put
you got 0 more times to say that, Troy.
I couldn't push this goddamn mute button fast enough. Some of them bits want to put a damn Seminole on the list for the sake of him being a Seminole. Bar and Cozy being the coach of Florida A&M the last 2 years. What would Mississippi Valley record be? Don't worry, I'll wait.
If it was a fifth, I would be drunk. I am not listening.
So you gonna put him on the list for 2 wins? Hell no.
I just want to point out that Mickey Joseph almost lost to Kentucky State.
And?
At home.
At home.
And he still got a better record than Mississippi Valley.
Okay. Make your argument for Woody being over there over T-Buck. Don't worry.
Neither one of them should be on there. That's the point you missed. So if this list needed to stop at 8, then it should have just stopped at 8.
It's 16 teams in the SWAC. And there's 6 teams in the MEAC. And you mean to tell me this son of a bitch is trying to argue that Buckley is supposed to be on the top 10 list out of 16 teams.
I can't put Buckley over Woody. You could have put
Coach Barlow over. You could have put Reggie Barlow over Raymond Woody.
I'm sorry, who?
Oh shit!
You could have put Barlow over Raymond Woody.
Why?
Who won head to head?
I don't even think they even played.
Because was it Barlow, Alabama A&M?
No, Barlow, Tennessee State.
Tennessee State.
Okay, no. I think for last year, yes. Like I think based off of last year, I would have had Tennessee State up here. I would have had him over probably Dishman.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Because I feel like
Boy,
A&T beat Tennessee State
Boy is about
last
to
year.
have a conniption over here.
Because didn't Tennessee State win the conference last year?
No, they won it 2 years
No.
ago.
2 years ago. Yeah.
2 years ago? Okay.
And that was with Eddie George.
Let me, because if
Eddie George got
know,
more personality than Randy
I
Woody.
know if Tennessee State
does.
lost A&T last year, they beat A&T by one possession. All right, maybe he can get up there over Woody.
And then they went up.
Yeah, they had 2 wins last year.
North Dakota State and got dog walked.
Wait, you arguing with me, Marlo, over T-Buck?
Yes.
Tennessee State had 2 weeks. I know we not.
Look,
playing.
Cookman dropped 42 points on T-Buck.
I did not say anything about Woody and your boy Buckley being in over them. I said his ass shouldn't be on no fucking list.
I agree.
So who you gonna put on there? You gonna put Morgan State?
Nah, his ass. I put Cozy on there before I put him.
Oh, no, you're just taking it too far.
Wait. In Cozy's defense, he did whoop Chennis Berry's ass.
He did.
Now he caught him early, but he beat Chennis Berry.
Oh man. Oh Jesus. Listen.
This how much I believe, and I have a special spot in my spirit. Special spot.
Damn, hey, Teddy Keaton did beat Woody. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm just
So we gotta find somebody else for number 10.
Now,
number 10 ain't gonna work. That is just not gonna sit
Hey,
right.
just vacate it. Just vacate.
I'm just saying, if I'm looking at it, it's hard. That's a tough call. Oof.
We done ran out of MEAC, coach, so it's got to be somebody. Oh no, you're right. You know what? We can't put D2 on here because it's D1. We can't put
That's why I was like, it says D1. If it was all HBCUs, I would have stopped it. It would have. Quinn Gray might have been 7, but Quinn Gray made it fell back even further, just because you would have had to recognize, what they've done at Johnson C. Smith and some of the other schools. But even then, Quinn Gray just won at Albany State and was a hurt quarterback away from going to the finals, really.
Mm-hmm.
D2 HBCU
game away from going to the
national
championship game. It was 2 games away going to the, and guess what? I would have been right there in McKinney, Texas, on the sideline. What's up, coach?
I ain't gonna say nobody. I disagree that nobody respects them. I think it's more of it's an issue thing, and at some point, it's a financial issue part, but it's also like you gotta protect your brand. And if you're consistently playing Division II teams, I don't know how well you're protecting your brand as a Division I school, especially if you're traveling and meeting them in the middle.
Oh, we ain't doing that at Jackson.
Listen,
you got to come to the victory.
I need somebody to come to the front, because didn't that D2 coach that went to Prairie View walk into the conference and kick you in your teeth? Wait, everybody kicked y'all in your teeth. Never mind. Forget what
beat them by 21 at home in the rain.
Yeah.
Wait, Troy, we got to be careful saying that, because the whole Division II coach came up into the SWAC and kick everybody in their teeth too, though, while we playing. Like literally, the SWAC and the MEAC are sitting there, and your trophies are being held by former Division II coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, but we're not shitting on the D2 coaches. It's cruel
at all. Yeah, like
so.
If anything, I think more HBCUs who are not doing it already need to look to D2 to get their next coaches.
I'm gonna put it just like
we
this.
ain't shitting on the D2 coaches. We know they play. We know they play some damn good ball at D2.
I'm gonna put it like this, Jamal.
And if you think I'm tripping, go look at this school called Ferris State. I wish we could have stole their OC.
Hell, look at FAMU. Billy Joe came from Division 2 and
From
came
Division
down
2.
here and kicked ass for how long?
A long time.
5 straight national championships.
So,
but let me put it like this. We talking about Division 2. I'm sorry, but Southern is being coached by a goddamn board of trustee named Tony Clayton. It ain't Marshall Falk. Y'all are the fighting Tony Claytons of Southern University. It is not Marshall Falk.
Hey, little baby, if they were smart, Teddy King would be going to the MEAC when their next coach get fired. I'm surprised he's still available.
It won't be long.
I mean, if we being honest,
like, look, because we got the top 10, we definitely know who the bottom 3-4 is. Like,
yep.
The seats are it's more than hot seats. The seats are warm. Like, let's be honest. Michael Vick got one more season, and then it's over.
And I think Trey Oliver probably got one more too. Depending on what this year look like, they gonna start looking at him crazy.
I think Trey got 2 or 3 more, especially because that coming down to Tallahassee and flying
they only got 6 fucking teams.
So you can only lose 1 game.
But the conference was yours until Chennis Berry showed up and came in your house and put his feet on your coffee table.
Well, you gotta look at it with Trey Oliver though too, because in 21 he did lose to Buddy Pugh in his last year. In Buddy Pugh's last year,
Buddy Pugh though.
I know. I'm just saying, but what I'm saying is he did lose against Buddy Pugh in his last year.
Oh, and then he took, though.
Yeah,
but right, we talking about Buddy Pugh ass. Right.
Hey, with a less talented team.
I ain't gonna lie to you. He whooped our ass. They whooped our ass, but guess what? It don't matter. He ain't here no more.
You right.
By everybody in the Big 12 and everybody in the Pac-12 and wherever else 12 that he gonna be at.
You right.
Shit.
Well, speaking of Chennis, there is this Orange Blossom Classic coming up. There is an Orange Blossom Classic coming up. And I'm going to start off by saying that if you are a South Carolina State alum or fan, and I piss you off enough to make you drive down to Miami to enjoy the wonderful weather, the booby trap, and the tailgate,
why the hell
come
are
on
you
down.
sending people to the booby trap? If they don't go to Texas where people go who got some sense, you're trying to get them people set up.
The booby trap is
like the whole city is not fraud.
Can I if I go down to Miami, can I go to Little Havana?
No.
Do you speak Spanish? If you don't speak, I will tell you straight up. If you don't speak Spanish, you don't go to Little Havana.
Don't go over there.
And you don't go to Hialeah.
Oh, no Hialeah?
Don't go to I used to work in Hialeah. Hated every fucking minute of it.
No Hialeah. No Opelika.
Opelika is different.
Well,
Opelika ain't the same no more.
Ain't the same. It's gentrified now.
Yeah, it's white women running down the road with poodles in Opelika now.
We'll end up with a baby mama that you don't like. So stay out of
Opelika. Bro, the poking beans are gone. The poking beans are $1 million condos now.
What?
Yes. They're gone. They're gone. I just told you that area.
It's been a long time since I've been to Miami, so
that whole area is gone.
It don't look the same. It don't look the same.
What you ever heard them talk about?
Crying.
Watch this. You ever heard them talk about Brickell in Miami?
Brickell, yeah.
Man, Brickell is
that's there you go. Those were poking bean projects. It's Brickell now.
Oh Lord.
You can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't travel through there. You just going to dinner in Brickell. 1 mile took 35 minutes.
Yep.
Bumper to bumper all night. It is a fashion celebrity type district.
Now imagine, I used to be down there on a fucking bread truck when I was managing bread routes. I'm trying to get to the
Don't they got a little Haiti out there too?
Yeah, there's a little Haiti there.
Yeah, it's a little Haiti out there. You don't want to be over there though.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Are you trying to flip some keys or something? Because you're going to everywhere that you need to take 2 or 3 keys with you.
Hey, and man, then next thing you know, you're gonna be in Pine Hills, right?
If I'm trying to be a drug dealer, I'm trying to be the biggest one.
Well, Miami ain't the place no more. You need to go to
We're not telling people where to go to be kingpins. That's not what we're doing.
Go to Fort Lauderdale or something.
No, don't do nothing in Fort Lauderdale.
You don't do nothing up there.
No. Fort Lauderdale is rich white people. You don't do that.
You gotta go up north to the northern part of Florida. Or you gotta go to the west coast of Florida.
Listen, I heard Miami is good for midget strippers though.
That is at the booby trap. It is.
Wow.
Because there ain't no Rolex no more, man. The Rolex used to be. Why are we on strip clubs? My bad. Anyway.
You just said something about going to the booby trap.
You started it. You brought it.
I said it for me. It's my fault.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's the dementia kicking in.
I'm going back on mute. I'm going back on mute so I can finish making my little beans and rice and unleavened bread. I'm going back on mute because I came off from you because y'all was talking crazy. So I had to get my little 2-step in real quick. But hey, we ain't even got. If I do that, we ain't even got to worry about being monetized, baby. I'm gonna make all the money. You know they love it. You know they love them little short girls.
Well, she got a point.
Coming to the stage at 4'9". Juicy right,
Juicy D. She got that juice. She got that yummy.
I don't
she
know
got that juice.
And it's my fault. It's my fault. I'm gonna put this thing back on the road. I'm gonna drive this back on the road. Marlo, what you got to say? Because I know you got something crazy to say.
I was just gonna say it's something to tipping midgets at strip clubs, because if you tip them regular, it's like tipping them twice.
Hey, half the size, double the tip.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? I hate to do it, but I swear to God, we're gonna get to this this Orange Blossom Collective preview. So a lot has been made. A lot has been made of South Carolina State coming down to Miami Gardens to play FAMU. They, a lot of people have basically made it a cakewalk for South Carolina State, and I don't think that's the case. But coming in, South Carolina State has 9 all MEAC players coming into the season.
They got 6 schools. Go continue.
I mean,
I'm only stating
a point was made. You got 9 people, well, it ain't but 6 schools. So hey,
and that Morgan State got what 15 on their first and second team, all team preseason. That's a damn shame.
News.
All right, so again, much has been made about South Carolina State. We are not 100% sure who their quarterback is going to be. We hear things, but their quarterback has been proven. They do have size at the quarterback position. I think almost all of them, of the 6 that I saw, are 6'1" or 6 foot. I don't think anybody's over 6'1", but they're 6 foot, 6'1". So they got some.
That ain't no damn size.
That's short in football standards.
It's
average at FCS.
No, average in general, and it's below average.
Yeah, you go to damn Power 5.
Be my size, 6'4", 6'5".
You know what? I'm not today. Nope, not today, Lord. I know what 6'7" look like.
You also know
Troy.
he looked like when he stood
Troy
next to Paul
set
Brown.
himself up. Troy
Hey,
set
Troy.
it up for the kids.
You know
What the
what?
fuck is going on in this game? My God.
What? Let me get to the South Carolina State roster. I was looking at their roster while I was in the dealership.
Oh, they have their roster posted?
They have the roster posted. They're still missing some players.
Where? I see 2025. I don't see 26.
Oh, snap. Hold on. I had a 26.
You must have got it from SWAT Media Day. Or MEAC Media Day or something.
I'm watching this Indy Seattle game, and it is bad. Seattle is getting fucking thrashed right now.
Let me go to my phone.
Oh, good cut. Why would...
Okay, so maybe I looked at it wrong, but
Did you
I
get
thought
it off of 247 maybe?
I might have.
You might have gotten it from there.
I don't trust those 247
Nope.
rosters until like September.
Nope. And matter of fact, 247 is so untrustworthy because even them and Max Preps, because you can be the score reporter at Max Preps and all of a sudden it's just be any joker in the stands.
Yeah, so again, a lot of people are giving them a cakewalk over FAMU. I want to bring some levity to the conversation. FAMU has an experienced quarterback. They have size in places that people don't expect them to have sizes. I probably could have phrased that better, but I'm working to be a better Christian.
Is their quarterback Trey Robinson from UNC Pembroke? I see that.
Yeah, that's one of them. But my question is he going to be the starter? Because they have KJ. What is that in the background? They have KJ as their OC.
But we know KJ only can work if KJ can get his quarterback. I think KJ got there too late to get a quarterback of his.
Well, KJ was asking for a quarterback on Twitter.
Right now, I think next year when he has a full recruiting site window, then I'll be like, yeah, they got a stick over there. I already know. But
Yeah,
I don't think he had enough time to get a quarterback that will meet his standards of what he needs and wants in a QB.
Crook, you need to understand something. That quarterback from Navy that went to Albany State that is now at FAMU does not have an issue with the speed of the game on the SWAC level. I can promise you that. Hell, had they played Southern, they would have beat Southern.
They were just that good.
I don't see what a lie at in it.
It was just that good.
He saw it.
You know what? This has to be some of the worst basketball ever. Them first games after the All-Star break are always bad.
Focus. We talk about football.
I just had to put that out there.
But no, seriously though, at some point, people are gonna.
Ooh.
You know what? First off, you ain't Ryan Clark, and I ain't that white dude.
Oh shit!
One thing I do know is the game of football. I just play this on TV. We are fan oriented, so everybody can take part in the platform. But when I was there, live and in living color, watching Zay Knowles make plays on guys who were 3 and 4 stars coming out of high school, don't tell me about what he can and can't do. It's a reason everybody is ranking him as the number 2 quarterback in HBCU football. That ain't Troy that ranked him. That is coaches ranking him because they seen him.
There was a difference. Because you could tell the difference. I'll say that. And I said it on my show the other day. He reads the defense differently. I will also say in the game against FAMU, you can go back and rewatch it if in your spare time. You'll see where Quinn Gray called a masterful game because for the majority, especially the first half, Zay is doing half reads on the field because he's rolling out to the right. So when he's doing the rolling out to the right, because you played the game as well, that you only have to read half the field. You're not really worried about the other half. You're not throwing across your body, especially as a quarterback who's under 6 feet. And he's still dominated. So I think that's some of the aspect of the game that may have gotten lost. And I think that's really impressed those who have watched him play. That
watch that
at the
game.
beginning
That's
of the
why
season,
he's gonna fight tooth and nail and ignore everything you just said because he didn't watch that game and he's not going to go back and watch that game. Neither is he going to watch any other game from Albany State. He just likes to yell. This ain't me saying he don't know football. This is me saying he watched Southern and he might probably watch the NFL. And if he got a PWI school that he likes to watch, he ain't gonna go back and watch nothing that you just said to go, yeah, I see what you're saying. Because he think you're right.
Southern defensive line playing on their stomach last year.
He ain't gonna say nothing about that neither.
I mean, they were undermanned, but we said that going into the season. But I think, like you said, though, that's going to be part of it. So, I mean, go check the film, and we all know film don't lie, most times. And so, I think what you saw.
Crook, that's why I said if you have one that you like. I didn't say you had one. I said if you have one that you like. I personally don't watch PWI football either. So
I have several.
So Sean, I saw that kid. So I got introduced to NAIA football this past year. I saw that kid play. That kid played. Yeah, I saw that kid play. He played in the toughest conference in NAIA.
Yep.
He can play. So I definitely don't expect them to be no slouches. But what I will say is the thing that if all those guys are returning, and I do not know if they're returning, because again, I might have been looking at 2025 roster, but their wide receiver core, they have, I think, 4 guys that are 6'1", 6'5", and 6'3", something like that. So if those guys are returning, those are formidable weapons as well. But again, it starts with the quarterback and the offensive line position. That is going to be the tell.
And he's a 2,000-yard passer, Watson. So last season, 2,000 yards. His completion percentage, up and down throughout the season. Early in the season, very high. Middle of the season kind of had a bad part, and then he finished a little stronger. So I think that's going to be kind of interesting to see, though. How does he fit into that offense? I'm going to say this for FAMU people to give you a little recognition. Looking at his stats, he reminds me of Musa. That can either be good for you or bad for you, but he has those
mental lapses and like Musa used to. Like Musa would he would thread the needle, throw a dime. Oh my God, yes, Musa, and come back the very next series.
Got everything that he was supposed to do.
Forget every motherfucking thing he's supposed to do.
So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. That's what he did. That's what he did last year. He would get hot like Musa, and you'd be like, "Oh, he can do no wrong." Come out in the fourth quarter and throw you 2 interceptions.
Give him a minute.
And that's going to be the problem going into the FAMU game, though, because South Carolina State is like a locomotive. But the problem with a locomotive is it takes time to warm up and get up to speed. You normally see with Chennisberry teams at the beginning of the season, they take a few games to kind of get and figure out what they're going to do. And then by the end of the season, they rolling. Can they get to where they're rolling against a FAMU this early in the season?
Thank you.
It is going to be very, very interesting. South Carolina State is going to have to do something that they want to do. They're going to have to stay balanced. They're going to have to run the ball, but they're going to have to stay balanced. They cannot sit there and go, we're going to run the ball all game against FAMU. It's not going to work. They also can't go, well, we just going to throw the ball. That's not going to work either. You are going to have to stay balanced. With FAMU's defense coordinator, go ahead and get pass happy. Find your number 2 quarterback.
there's also something to be said about just the pure audacity of having to deal with Florida Heat, and you're sitting in the sun. Like, it's a 3:00 kick, and that's doing nobody any favors. But especially, I know South Carolina's hot. I've said this before, and people don't believe me. The Heat from Tallahassee Heat is different. Like, I remember when I first left Tallahassee and I moved to Orlando, and I was like, "Ooh, this is nice." And they're like, "It's hot outside." I'm like, "It's only like 90% humidity." And they're like, "What are you used to?" 100. Like,
I mean, and you have to couple that with the entire state of Florida was on a level 3 heat advisory today. The entire state, not part of the state. The entire state was on a level 3 heat advisory today.
It's going to matter. Like, that's going to matter.
You need to understand something. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. At a Celebration Bowl that me and Marlo covered, a Southern alum told us, and I quote, "He do what he always do in a tight game. He get past it." That's what the alum said. So, if you think that man is gonna sit in a tight game and go, "I'm just gonna keep pounding the rock," what football you been watching? I've been watching tennis for a little bit now.
I think what everybody's forgetting, they think the same coach is going to be coaching this FAMU team. They think that these kids are going to go out and do the same thing they did last year, and it's you couldn't be so further from the truth. Like, Quinn is a offensive minded coach, but he has brought in so many people. Like, he's building a team,
and he's evolved.
And oh my God!
Like, he's not the same Quinn Gray from that coach at Lincoln High School.
No,
he's not. Like, and that he made that difference. But if you watched Albany State last year, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna run the Gulf Coast offense at FAMU." But if y'all really go back and watch the old Gulf Coast offense, it's wide open. But you ran the ball
wide open.
Like, you
I'm
ran
looking
the
at
ball.
it. I'm looking at the game right now between Albany and FAMU from last year, and the way that when he first got the ball, the way that they were going down the field, because Albany got the ball first and they were going down the field, it was it's almost like no huddle. Keep going. Basically, they was trying to rank. They were trying to gas y'all in the first quarter
at our own stadium.
At your own stadium,
and was doing it.
I was just about to say that it was successful.
Like, it's going to. I don't think individuals understand that there's going to be a heavier reliance on the run game than a lot of people probably expect. Much to Doc's point, pace and space is going to matter. Like, I think it's going to be a lot more of what you hated about RJ Johnson's game is probably what you're going to see a lot more of this year, where, okay, we're going to get the ball short, but you're also going to have that piece of that was missing where I can throw the ball deep. And it's the part of what was missing from FAMU's play calling last season was a continuity. There was no freaking continuity.
But here's the thing, y'all.
Continuity because the OC was not allowed to run with his QB.
But here's the thing, though, with FAMU. The last 3 years, let's say the last 4 years, other than when y'all had Bishop Bunny, right? None of y'all running backs ran for at least over 700-800 yards in a season.
But that's because I was about to say that wasn't the offense. Like, we had Terrell Jennings, who was a tank, but because you had Jamari Gassett, you had Jamari Gassett, and you had
Franklin.
Shit, what was that dude's name?
Which one?
But you had Jamari Gassett and the other dude, the other short one out there.
Zay
they
Smith.
weren't elusive. Zay Smith. Well, Zay Smith was gone. I don't count him.
But what I'm saying is,
but those guys were elusive, and if you got a QB that can throw the ball deep, and you got a wide receiver that cannot be contained, give him the ball.
But what I'm saying is, though, in the last 4 years, FAMU's running game has not been what it's supposed to be because if you average at 3.5 yards a carry as a team, you're like I said, you're like you rely too much on the pass, and guess what? Teams are going to sit on the pass. They're gonna basically say, okay, if you pass it, I want you to beat me deep. But then if you're gonna run this ball, I'm going to crowd the line of scrimmage, and I'm gonna try to make y'all run the ball against me. And like you said, you had Terrell Jennings that's 230 pounds. You had Thad Franklin that was 220 pounds. Like in a sense,
Haley, Haley was small, but Haley was quick. Like if you if you missed that first tackle, you weren't gonna catch him.
Right, and then you had Kelvin Dean, who was pretty much a switchblade, if you really think about it. But at the same time, what I'm saying is you had FAMU's issues for the last 3-4 years. This goes back to when Willie Simmons was a head coach. It goes when James Coley was a head coach. You could not run the ball, and that's what I think. With a lot of FAMU fans, they were frustrated that you couldn't get a rushing attack. Like as far as rushing as a team, as far as rushing as a running as a team wise, you get over 100 yards as a team. That's cool. But you gotta have that work that
you look at the workhorse running back. Here's the thing: historically at FAMU, there hasn't been a workhorse guy. There has been a work group guys. Even in our heyday, and this is just Tallahassee football. Period. Like on both sides of Game Street. You had a group that you might get 220 yards rushing and have another 320 passing, but it was 3 guys that did the job. And so the thing that we saw last year was that we saw a situation that last year we had 2 or 3 games, but Thad was averaging 5 yards a carry and wasn't getting the ball in the middle of the game. And I'm asking Keith, like, am I crazy? Why? So last year and the year before, it was coaching. Like we know it was coaching, right? But traditionally, and especially if he's gonna bring back that Gulf Coast offense and what that should signal to everybody, like the people who don't know Tallahassee football think, oh, it's gonna be bombs over Baghdad. What you should be worried about is balance. Everybody sees the bombs over Baghdad. But if you look at the box score at the end of the game, it's going to be balanced. That's the most important thing. Getting your running game, getting your players in space. And remember, I hate using this term because I get excited when I use it and I don't want to put that pressure on them. But if it's going to be another version of the Rack Boys, it is going to be ball in space, passing on time, something we ain't seen in a while. Get the ball to the players in space and let them make plays. Because if my running game is also a 5-yard slant that went for 9 yards, we move the chains. That's all we need.
I don't think you're going to see the Rack Boys in particular. Just with the Rack Boys, you think about it, it was a different size. Like the receivers are my height, for a lot of the Rack Boys. They're 5'9" to like maybe 6 feet.
Which is why that Jamari Gassett crew got the Rack Boys 2.0 names, because none of those guys were over 6 feet.
Not really. I think Ace was the only one if he was there. So you started looking around.
Ace was after them, and I think he's 5'10", 5'11".
I thought Ace was like 6'1".
Yeah,
6'1"?
Yeah, Ace.
I feel like he's 6'1" with cleats on. I swear I seen him, and he ain't look like he was 6 feet.
Nah, he's 6
feet. I could be wrong.
But
I stood next to him when they played when we played them in the vet 2 years ago. He like 6'1".
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna see a little more introduction of the dink and dunk, but it's gonna be interesting. I think this first game, I think it's gonna be closer than the experts think. I hate to say it's a toss-up because it kind of is, just because both teams are figuring out themselves a little bit. They do both get a first game before this one, but it's really going to be that question of how familiar is South Carolina State's quarterback with the offense versus how familiar is Knowles with not so much the offense, but the aspects of the offense, the players around him. Does he have a receiver that he's comfortable throwing with? And does he have that second or third receiver he's comfortable throwing with?
I'm excited about the Orange Blossom Classic. By the way, we did get the email for media credentials. So I will be filling that out. Y'all got to let me know who's going from the crew. We will be there. I will have, because now I have my heat press. I got everything I need. So we're going to have new hats, new shirts. Apparently they're going to be great because, we want to be compliant as opposed to being complicit. But yeah, so we're going to be there at the Orange Blossom Classic. Again, in all seriousness, I know FAMU people going to show up. I know that. South Carolina State. I need y'all to show up.
FAMU people below a certain part of the state will show up, sure.
I mean, we got 20 down there. We got 19, 20 down there that can show up.
We can get 19, 20, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it bean. Look, people from Tallahassee,
they ain't making that drive. Well,
that's 8 hours, bro.
Jacksonville might come down. Some of them. The Lee alumni group, I think they got a bus that's coming down.
Orlando's doing a bus.
Somebody has a bus going out of Tallahassee, don't they?
Yeah, it's a bus.
But that's going to what you call it. I know the boosters. Okay. That's going to
Montgomery. No, I thought it was one going to the OBC too. I remember my brother talked. No, that was Orlando. Never mind.
Yeah, Orlando, we already got something going.
What they don't understand is all you have to do is get on Brightline.
Right.
You ain't gotta drive. You ain't gotta do nothing, and it take you to it.
I think for Orlando, I think I'm just gonna drive down Saturday. Yeah, see what my time look like and see who all out for already.
I'm driving down, but since my car is actually mine now, I don't know. I might need to rent a car. I had a whole free car and didn't even know it. Listen. I want to thank everybody, absolutely everybody that's here. Doc, what you got for us this week, man?
Well, I guess I would be talking about certain violation from Alabama State that happened. That had to deal with a one Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, and talk about the double standard, because there was a double standard between the infraction between Alabama State and the infraction when he got to go over to Arizona. But either here or there, it is football time. Mostly everybody should be in fall, starting fall camp either yesterday, today, tomorrow, whatever. It's that time. So we about to wrap this whole thing up when it comes to football. I've already put in my media credentials for a couple of Jackson State home games. Going to look in, trying to put my credentials in for Grambling, for the State Fair Classic, and yeah, got some football to be going on. But other than that, health is good. Still trying to keep my blood pressure down, but kidneys are good. Everything's good on me. So that's something that I don't really have to worry about. I do go back to the doctor on the 3rd. My regular primary physician on the 3rd. I go to the foot doctor on Thursday, I think, the 30th. If I'm not, that's Thursday. Yeah. Just do check up on my feet. You know what I'm saying? Got to take care of yourself when you get this down to this age. Other than that, for all those fans in Tennessee State saying that we're not gonna do anything, Coach Cedric Thornton said we ain't gonna do nothing against Tennessee State. It's Jazz U by 40. And we're gonna turn Nashville navy blue and white. It's gonna be Jackson. Gonna turn Nashville into Jackson, Mississippi. All right. Other than that, y'all be easy.
I don't think Tennessee is a team y'all gonna have to worry about. Also, Trey needs to stop talking sideways to people if he gonna let them pick a hole. But again, I digress.
Oh.
This week.
Oh, hey y'all. I really ain't got much. I really don't. I don't have much. I'm just in this space. I will by next Tuesday. I should have the announcement that I've been waiting to make. I think I'll finally be able to make that announcement. We'll see though. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping. It's good news. It's good stuff. I'm excited. And all I can say is when you're good to others, that good will be returned to you. And so, yeah, I know I get on here, I joke a lot, act up, that's just what I do. But I enjoy this show. I enjoy getting on here. I enjoy all the conversations and things, everybody's feedback, everybody's input. I'm grateful to be a part of this network, and I just look forward to all the great shows that are to come. That's all I got.
Now I'm gonna risk everything to do this because this is gonna be a risk. But before I do this, I want the whole world to know that Marlo is a traitor. Marlo got his boat.
Marlo catching strays 2 days in a row?
He had to go past Tampa. He didn't pick up the phone, say hi, nothing. He had to go past Tampa to his brother's house to pick up his boat. And then this motherfucker went fishing. And called me from the boat.
You have to be in Tampa.
By the grace of God, my wife was in the car. But it's about to be some to her too, talking about I can't have no boat. I'm a grown ass man. Marlo, what you got for us this week?
Okay, in my defense, this individual told me he had to go to Orlando to pick somebody up on Sunday. I didn't know when he was coming back, so I knew he wasn't going to be in Tampa. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is what he told me. But football is fastly approaching. I mean, this is an exciting time of the year for me. I really enjoy all levels, from high school, little league, college, pros, is football. So as a fan, I'm really excited about it. And a consumer of the game, because I spend a lot of money during football season. I look for hard-fought competitive games. So if you are sending your child to go play in any of these levels of football, please inform them that there are people that try to pour into them and to take the game seriously. It's when they think they have achieved or accomplished something is when they start disrespecting the game. So put that in their head early. Let them know that they are not bigger than the game. They can be taken right out of a situation just as fast as they was put in one. And tell them to make good decisions when you send these kids to school. Like, temptation is always gonna be out there. Make good decisions. You know, your last name don't belong to you, so make sure you protect it. And that's, pretty much that's all I got. I am gonna be doing. I'm probably gonna be doing some taping on my boat when I go fishing. Cause I don't go fishing, I go catching. But we're gonna have some adventures. That's my time. Y'all be blessed.
That's messed up.
He had to rub it in.
First and foremost, I'm proud of both Marlo and Doc because nothing was said about that school on the world's most famous litter box, nor was anything said about Baton Rouge Tech. So proud of both of y'all.
I'm waiting to the end.
Okay. I didn't even say anything evil. But this week I've already started. I did start running through FAMU's football season, start talking about the games, hopefully you're excited as I am. I already did a preview for the Albany State game. Also going to be doing a preview for the OBC and just talking about the cooling chamber that the Rattler Boosters Rattler Boosters and the 220 Club put a little something on. So might see if we can invite a little somebody on to talk about that as well. But that's really it. Diving into the preseason and really getting excited about that. School starts in a few days. So, you got that other piece of that too. So otherwise, everything's good for football season, and I already sent my credentials off for the OBC. So I'm just waiting on regular FAMU football season to act like a tomato and catch up.
You muted.
Of course I'm muted. I want to thank everybody that watches the show. It is football season. It's one of the most wonderful times of the year. That being said, Yard Talk pretty much kicked off the football season by throwing an absolute haymaker at Southern. And I'm not gonna repeat it because that's not the type of slander that I like to repeat. But if you're gonna take shots at your rival on the eve of football season, that's what we like to hear. And all this other stuff. This other stuff is just noise. Football season is a time that we come together and we spend 7 hours together rejoicing in our team's either victory or defeat. So enjoy the tailgates. Enjoy the time that you get to spend with your family, your friends, because tomorrow ain't promised. Like, it is, you rarely see me in a Seminole shirt, but there has been a reckoning. I've been invited to some stuff. So I know I need to do better, but they got to do better too.
Don't drink the water.
They need to do better too. I ain't never, ever claiming that school that I got that other paper from. I'm not claiming that school. I ain't claiming that school that I can't walk on the green grass. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. That being said, I do want to thank everybody for coming out Keith Hadley from Keith Hadley from Fangs Up Podcast, Doc Holliday from HBCU Overdrive, Danny from the HBCU AC. Listen, we are going to cover the HBCU AC later in the season as they get the volleyball and basketball going. We love having Coach AD on here. That's his new nickname, Coach AD.
Coach
Coach AD on here. So for myself, Marlo, Jamal, Danny, HBCU Overdrive, Keith Hadley from the Fangs Up Podcast. Also, tell a friend to tell a friend. Go to their channels. Like,
subscribe. In Daytona.
He got it out before you even finished tonight.
I know. I ain't here.
You know what? I blame this on Keith.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Keith,
so you're gonna have somebody tell a friend.
Keith provoked him.
He did. It was going quiet. We were going quiet in the good night, and Keith was like, "Hold up,
let me poke this bay real quick."
You know what? It's our platform. Everybody we bring on here, from Blue to even Jen acted up on here. Everybody come on here and act up, but that's okay. That's what we like. Again, I want to thank everybody. Y'all get us doing numbers. I appreciate it. Again, tell a friend to tell a friend, like and subscribe. We are out.